Fourth stimulus check live updates, child tax credit date, plus up payments, and your third check, and how to claim. I'm going to give you guys the latest and the greatest information. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
The IRS has sent $379 billion worth of stimulus check money since it started making payments in March, including for those who qualify for plus-up payments. But that's not the end of the money Congress is targeting to individuals and families. Working with President Joe Biden, the House and Senate are looking ahead for ways to help struggling Americans by sending out more payments between this year and next. States too, with California sending out its Golden State checks. On the table is a fourth stimulus check that would send more money to those most in need once the $1,400 payments are complete. That fourth payment could also take the form of recurring payments. In March, a group of 10 progressive lawmakers, including Sens. Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, asked President Joe Biden to include regular stimulus payments, PDF, in his next stimulus bill. We urge you to include recurring direct payments and automatic unemployment insurance extensions tied to economic conditions in your Build Back Better long-term economic plan. A few weeks later, another group of 21 Democrats made a similar request to Biden. The third stimulus check will help the economy to grow rapidly, yet unevenly, economists say, with some cities projected to hurt for decades, even with COVID-19 vaccinations on the upswing and the U.S. economy showing glimmers of hope. Would more direct payments arrive in a different form other than a stimulus check? We spell out some possibilities below. Additionally, here's how to track your payment and contact the IRS with a problem. Also, here's how to calculate your child tax credit. This story is updated frequently. The next stimulus bill is in the works. Will it contain a fourth check? Biden's American Rescue Plan that passed in March is the first spending package in 2021, with $1,400 checks, $300 extra in weekly unemployment benefits and an expanded child tax credit lined up. See if you qualify for the recurring child tax credit payments. The Biden administration is working on a sequel, a package the president refers to as the Build Back Better plan. That proposal aims to invest in the nation's energy grid, transportation, broadband and water systems and may not include stimulus checks, despite the urging of progressive senators. Note: there's some debate over what counts as a relief, rescue, or stimulus package. For the purposes of this article, stimulus refers to any funding, check or measure in response to the coronavirus pandemic or to inject money into the U.S. economy. The next stimulus could take a different shape. The American Rescue Plan doesn't authorize just one direct payment. It contains 3 types of payment designed to help struggling individuals and families. It's possible a future bill could extend or introduce more money through direct checks that go to specific groups of recipients, including parents who earn below a certain income or people out of work. Here are the 3 types of direct payments approved in the March 2021 bill. Stimulus checks. The new one-time stimulus payments send up to $1,400 apiece to those who meet the requirements. Child tax credit. An expansion of the child tax credit for 2021 sends qualifying families $3,600 for each child under age 6 and $3,000 for children age 6 or older, in periodic payments through the end of the year and into 2022. Federal unemployment bonus. A monthly federal unemployment check is being sent until Sept. 6 at up to $300 a month, in addition to state benefits for unemployed workers. Other ways Congress could make direct payments this year. Approve recurring payments. Biden's infrastructure bill is the next likely place for Congress to provide more funding. This is where Democratic senators are calling on Biden to push for recurring stimulus checks during the pandemic. Pass a minimum wage hike. Some senators continue to look for ways to boost the federal minimum wage, which currently stands at $7.25 per hour. Sens. Mitt Romney and Kyrsten Sinema are the latest to pitch a hike. Some proponents want to set the bar at a $15 hourly wage, but others are looking to go to $11 an hour. If any senator believes this is the last time they will cast a vote on whether or not to give a raise to 32 million Americans, they are sorely mistaken, Sanders tweeted on March 5. A February report from the Brookings Institute models how a $15 minimum wage could help make 37% of U.S. households financially self-sufficient. Make the child tax credit raise permanent. Money from the expanded child tax credit is set to start in July, sending periodic payments to lower-income and middle-income families with children. According to White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, Biden wants to make the child tax credit permanent. Others, including Romney, also support making the credit permanent since it will lift millions of children in the U.S. out of poverty. Renew federal unemployment payments beyond September. Along with recurring payments, the 10 progressive senators in their letter to Biden requested he also extend federal unemployment assistance beyond September. Here are all the ways the American Rescue Plan can help you. how much money you could expect in the third check, and how to track your stimulus payment.
They're not going to send it. It's going to be an error. They're going to try to figure it out. So you guys want to really get all your information and make sure it's all correct. Now, if you guys are still waiting on your third round of stimulus checks, just know that there is still hope. They are pushing through and pushing all those payments out every day. Now, the IRS has already sent over 159 million stimulus checks while distributing the third round of payments, and will continue to disperse money over the coming months. So they are working every single day. Drop the comments below if you guys received your third stimulus check, or if you have not received your third stimulus check and you're still waiting on your third stimulus check. Either way it goes, they are working day in and day out and as far as getting this together. Now, Biden does support extending enhanced child tax credit until 2025 as part of the American Families Plan, which is set to be second part of the Joe Biden's Build Back Better plan investment. The U.S. president is reportedly to extend the expanded child tax credit beyond the 2021 tax year. Now, this is according to CNBC earlier this week that Biden supports extending the child tax credit, which gives households with children up to $3,600 per child over a 12-month period until the end of 2025. So it looks like that's been somewhat approved to the point where he agrees with it, and he agrees to extend it. Now, although a large number of Democrats are eager for the scheme to be made permanent, the huge cost of making that happen appears to be a major stumbling block, because that is a lot of money to be pushed out. And as we're gonna recap this again, $3,600 per child over a 12-month period. So over a year, you will receive $3,600. Reported by the Tax Foundation in March, making the expanded child tax credit a permanent program would cost $1.6 trillion over a 10-year period. So that's a lot of money. We're talking trillion just to fund that. So they're working on that now, and it looks like it's going to get approved. And it looks like it's basically already approved, where Joe Biden's like, it's approved now, but we need to extend it. So it does look like it's going to be extended. If you guys got questions regarding that as well, feel free to drop those questions below. Now, the IRS warns Americans of social media scams. The IRS is warning American taxpayers not to reply to direct messages on social media asking them for personal details. The agency will never ask you for such information on social media. So if you do receive a message of this nature, it is a scam. Now, let's repeat that again. If you receive these messages in your DMs, right? You get stuff on Facebook, you get stuff on Instagram, you get stuff on Twitter, Snapchat, or people asking for personal information for your stimulus check or even for your tax information. Do not give that information out. Even if the picture looks like it's a picture of the bank, we know there's a lot of banks out there, and you guys got to go off the profiles, but they're saying don't go off of anything. The IRS will not direct message you. The IRS is not going to take their time and look you up on Instagram